This lesson is on the subtraction of integers. When we subtract integers, we're going to remember our KFC device, and our KFC tells us to keep, flip, and change. So keep the first value the same, flip subtraction to addition, and then change the sign of the second number. So if it was positive, we do negative. If it was negative, we make it positive. So essentially we're doing the opposite. You might have also heard leave, change, opposite, or often you'll hear me call it ching ching to help me remember that there's two changes happening. So for instance, I have -4 minus 3. If I use my KFC rule, I'm going to keep -4, flip that minus to plus, and change the 3 to negative, as you can see here. When I combine two values that are alike, I combine them to find the sum, and then give them the common sign, so -7 is my result. The second one, I have keep, flip, and change, so the -5 turned into a +5, and now I have a -9 plus 5, which means I'm going to find the difference between 9 and 5, which is 4, and give it the sign of the larger number, which is negative. So let's do some practice on your own. So press pause, then press play to see how you did. For my first, again, I'm going to leave, change, opposite, or keep, flip, change. Now I've got two values that have different signs, so I'm going to find the difference between 3 and 11, which is 8. And I'm going to give it the sign of the larger number, which is now positive, so my answer is +8. For my second, I'm going to ching ching. That means I now have -2 and a -8, which is the same sign, so I find the sum of 10 and give it the common sign of negative. For my third, I'm going to keep, flip, change. Now I just have 5 plus 9, those are the same sign. I find the sum and give it the common sign of positive. And the last one, again, leave, change, opposite, or keep, flip, change, or ching ching. And I end up with two values that have the same or different sign, so I'm finding the difference, which is 20, and then the sign of the larger number, so -20. Just as we did with addition, I wanted to do one subtraction question. Quite often this is where students will make mistakes, and so I highly recommend KFCing everything. So in this case, I would keep, flip, change that +7 to negative. I would keep, flip, change that -3 to positive. Notice this is a plus, so I'm not going to KFC a plus sign. I only do that for subtraction. But here I'm going to keep, flip, change. And now I've got a question with all addition, and we already know how to do this with addition. You can combine all of the positives together or all of the negatives together, or just go left to right. For this one, I'll just go left to right. So these two values, same sign, I find the sum. Everything else gets recopied. Remember, when we write those negatives, we tend to write them inside parentheses so that we know that they're negative values. Now -29 plus 3, I'm going to combine those. They're different signs. I find the difference. Recopy everything else. Combine -26 and -10 to -36. And now I'm going to combine -36 and -18 to -54.